So this is my Ramadan checklist for 2026. I've never really done one of these before, and I thought this would be a good year to do it, considering that in my second year of study, um, giving myself a checklist would allow me to be more productive and also get closer in terms of my deen. So I've got my little checklist here that I wrote today. So one of the main things I want to do is I want to start regulating my emotions a lot more. I go to the extremes a lot, which is often negative because it can put me in a bad situation mentally. Like I start overthinking about different scenarios that are going on in terms of my friendships or relationships with people. Um, and I feel like during Ramadan it should be a peaceful month as well as an educational month. And giving myself a place where I can just forget about everything and just focus on my prayer, focus on my Quran, focus on my deen. It should inshallah help me to benefit from that and hopefully regulate my emotions a lot more. On top of that, I feel like part of it is me comparing myself to people as well, and also thinking about, oh, what other people would have done in certain situations. It could be social situations or it could just be life in general, but I find myself comparing myself to people online or comparing myself to my friends, which is not often a negative thing, but it can lead to me being unhappy about the way I live my life. And alhamdulillah, I live a great life, but it can be some days where I'm thinking, oh, I'm seeing so and so and they're going out on holidays, or I'm seeing so and so and they're doing all of this with whatever business, whatever, but I need to fight my own battles in terms of myself rather than focus on other people. And another thing that's really important to me is I need to improve my relationship with the Quran because I was very much into my recitations and I used to constantly, look at different reciters and try to improve my recitation. But for some reason this year I've fallen off a bit. Not in terms of my recitation, but just more in terms of how much I'm praying Quran. I used to be religiously every single Isha Salah. I used to pray 5 pages, but for some reason I've stopped that. And I feel like this is a good month to get back into it. And one way I want to improve my relationship with the Quran is just reading into the stories a lot more. So one way I want to get closer to the Quran is actually understanding the stories behind it. There's a lot of videos online like on Ramadan that you know to help understand the stories behind each surah, and I've never really paid attention to it. It's more just been like a task that I need to tick off, which is just read the Quran a day. But I feel like if I understand the stories a lot more, I'll gain a closer relationship to the Quran myself, and then it will allow me to read more, inshallah. And yeah, hopefully, as Ramadan goes along, I'll probably end up picking up more things that I want to put on my checklist. I understand that 30 days is or a month is not enough to maybe fix some things, but it will at least put it in my head where I'm like, okay, this is something that I want to improve on rather than me just thinking about it for a second and just leaving it. So, yeah.